Live from Elgin, Oklahoma, it's the first round of the 4A playoffs here for the Bethany Broncos on Oklahoma Sports Network. Phil Rodriguez and Brendan Rodriguez here live for you, getting set to get underway here. About 70 degrees, sunset about an hour ago. It's a beautiful night for football, but we are facing against the number 5 team in the state. The Elgin Owls, ranked just one spot below the Tuttle Tigers, a 4A team that well, let's be honest, that they very likely will end up facing in the championship game. This will be a tough test for 5-5 Bethany tonight, coming in off of a nice victory over Medill, where honestly they made it look easy. It will not come so easily against this team, though, that has knocked everyone out on the way to a 10-0 record, featuring guys like Meyer, running back number 34, who is a 3-star recruit on 247 Sports with an offer from FCS powerhouse Southern Utah. So no slackers on this squad, even if they've got the funny-looking concussion-safe helmets, Brendan.
Yeah, I can see why they wear them. They're a good football team, but this is going to take everything for Bethany tonight. Them being 10-0 and 5 and number 5 in the state is, that's a tough matchup.
And the defending champs.
Yeah, and I think if we play the way we played against Blanchard, we played a really good game. I know you didn't get to see that one, unfortunately, but everything was firing, defense, offense, and it was a great called game. So they just got to give it everything.
So if we give it our A game tonight, do we have a shot?
I think we do.
Kickoff from Bethany goes out of bounds, so not a great start to the game. Although I suppose it might be better kicking it out of bounds than allowing one of these dangerous athletes to get a chance to return it. Meyer was one of the returners back there, as well as wide receiver, corner, junior Corday Ritchie. Two guys that I can tell you from watching tape can definitely get downfield pretty quickly. No, that is the guy I thought would be back there. Brody Morrison, also senior wide receiver, another guy that is a some sites had him ranked as a 2-star, some as a 3-star. Yep. Well, but so they're going to make him re-kick here.
Yeah, not a good start.
Right? Definitely not a good start. Going to push us back a little bit, make us re-kick.
Well, we got Cody Martin's leg on our side.
That is a nice thing to have. Let's see if he can show it off. We'll figure out what they're shaking in these jugs that makes all that noise.
And he does it.
And that is a kick. There we go.
Oh, my goodness.
They're going to regret that. They would have had nice field position. Instead, they make him re-kick, and Martin boots it out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
He kicked it even farther than being farther up.
I mean, let me tell you. That's exactly what we needed. That kind of erases any momentum that I almost called him Temple because of the owl. That erases any momentum that Elgin had built up from the penalty. Yeah, make no mistake, that is a borrowed logo from Temple University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. But I'll tell you,
logo?
Yes, that is one of their alternate logos. They've got a few. That's one of their older ones. I can tell you, though, that based on the on-field product, they've got a way better football team here than in Temple.
Yeah.
We saw them against OU early in the season. So here we go. We see Meyer right off the bat get the handoff, take it to the left side, only picks up about a yard or two. Our guys are there to close it off. I see Sawyer Yates involved as well as Seth Griner.
If I'm correct, and if it's the same person, I believe he was the Oklahoma Sports Network Player of the Year last year.
Oh, most likely.
I think it's him.
Yeah, he was a big deal even as a junior, so I would not be surprised by that at all. Oklahoma Sports Network also, of course, covering Elgin. We got a little wide receiver reverse. He goes around the corner. Griner's the only one that might be able to catch him, and he pushes him out of bounds inside the 35. Big run from the senior, Brody Morrison, one of the big playmakers for the Owls.
Yeah, great blocking from Elgin to execute that, reverse. Bethany fell for the handoff to our way and didn't even see the pitch.
It was perfectly executed. It's easy to say from up here. We had the bird's eye view. We could see it unfolding, but
the owl's eye view.
Ha ha ha. Who? The Elgin Owls, that's who. 1st and 10 on the 34. It's going to be another handoff to Meyer up the middle, Meyer up the middle. This time he's more successful, gets about 4 or 5 yards. And that junior quarterback, number 13, Caden Boletto, just another one of the many all-stars on this team. Guys got a great quick release. You don't always see that with a high school quarterback. Brendan, I bet your release wasn't that quick.
Actually, it was. I had a quick release.
I'd have to see that tape, Brendan.
I'll pull it up for you right now. I got a huddle.
Okay.
I'm logging in right now.
I bet you I could throw it right over the mountains. 2nd and 5. 10:49 left to go here in the first. Heavy set to the right. They're going to give it to Meyer on the left, and he's got a lot of blocking inside the 15, down inside the 10 before he's pushed out.
It looks like this game's going to be a lot of Meyer getting the ball.
I had a feeling it was difficult to find any compilation of stats for them.
Yeah.
But definitely seemed, based on what I saw on footage, Meyer gets it. If not, once they tire you out with him, they go over the top to, oh goodness, what was his name? Brody Morrison. If not, also Kason Meyer, number 1. Also pretty darn speedy. And then the tight end, that's another guy I saw make a lot of plays. He's not on this roster sheet I have. Another handoff to Meyer, and he's going to get into the end zone for an Elgin touchdown from 7 yards out. 10:34 left to go in the first. 6-0. Elgin Owls take the lead early.
Yeah, that was definitely an all-Meyer drive right there. They handed it off each play besides the little trickaroo play they had. So definitely going to have to key in on Meyer tonight to really have a chance on defense and hopefully be successful on offense.
Not a single passing play on the whole drive.
Nope.
All designed runs. 10:34 left to go in the first. Elgin ahead 7-0. Bethany Broncos, Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Back here live in Elgin, Oklahoma for the first round of the 4A playoffs featuring your Bethany Broncos. Down early here with 10:34 left to go in the first. Elgin has scored and put an extra point on the board as well. It's 7-0 Owls. Running back Ritson Meyer, senior for the Owls, who's got a offer from Southern Utah. 3-star recruit and not a slouch at all. Busting in from 7 yards out, one of several runs from Meyer on that drive. Basically picture perfect for the Elgin Owls. Not a single passing play. Not one attempt. The ball never went in the air. Now Bethany will get their turn on offense as Elgin gets set to kick off. Crowd loudly shaking their jugs around with something in them. We got to figure out what the heck that thing is. High kick going to be returned from Jagger Weaver just behind the 20.
Oh, good block.
Looking for room, couldn't quite get anything. Blocking was there, but the coverage team managed to sneak in around it and bring him down at the 26.
Yeah, like I said, this is going to take all of Bethany's effort and willpower to win this football game and give it a shot, and it's definitely going to have to happen on the offensive part as well.
We need perfect execution.
Yep.
Any mistakes.
We need things to go our way.
Any mistakes, just, yeah. We need things to go our way. We need things to go not their way. It's kind of the only shot we got here. Shotgun for McLaren to come out. Teehee in motion. Quick left to Mars. Caught. And he'll pick up about 5 or 6. Nice little quick screen.
Yeah, I like that. Just get some nerves out of the way. Let McLaren get his arm loose because we've seen them, try and start the game off running and try and get it to go, but sometimes they haven't given McLaren enough time to get his arm warmed up.
It's hard to break through those nerves, too, when you're facing such a big crowd. Got to be the biggest, densest, loudest crowd that we've seen Bethany go against so far, and as if on cue, the whole offensive line false starts. I mean, that noise is something. The rocks shaking around in the jugs, and
yeah, it is very loud over
I
there.
mean, truly, I look down. There's a few empty seats, but I mean, it's packed in.
Hey, and they got a lot of security here too.
They do.
Props
They
to them.
do. Not a bad thing to have. So that'll push them back after that nice gain on first down. We're now looking at 2nd and 8. Clock at 9:50 in the first and running. Ball on the 29. Bethany's own 29. 3 wide receivers out to the right of McLaren. I believe Teehee's still the man in the backfield. Rolling right and looking. Has some time, but has some defenders in his face. Quick out to Mars again. Caught for a gain of about 3. So it's been Eli Mars.
Yep. I like the targets for Mars.
He is a guy that he might not be the fastest out of our receiver core, but he has a habit of putting his shoulder down and just knocking heads.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. That'll get you some yak. Little yards
good job
after
for,
catch.
McLaren keeping the play live and
Absolutely.
keeping his eyes downfield.
There was a lot of defenders in his eyes, and he kept calm.
Yeah, big third down.
McLaren's going to have to stay calm this whole game if we're going to get through it. 3rd and 5. Breck Brady split wide in the middle. Mars is all the way out wide at the bottom of your screen. McLaren designed run, and he gets popped. Interesting play call there to go with the quarterback run when the passing game was working. Seemed like Elgin was definitely ready for it.
Absolutely. And they've got they don't have him on the roster. I would call out number 58.
I saw 50. Yeah,
nose
he's a big guy there.
And he's got a clubber on that left wrist, left arm.
Yeah, that's a guy, unfortunately, we don't have on the max preps nor on the depth chart that we've got, so we'll work on finding out who that guy is. 4th down, and we're just going to do the little pooch punt. McLaren gets it up high, and it's going to be returned
Good
from
kick.
the 30.
Go!
It's through his hands!
Oh, he didn't
Breck
get
Brady
it.
was there. No, Baron Teehee was there, and he tried. Real close to recovering that one. The Owls will be breathing a sigh of relief. So 8:48 left to go in the first. Owls ahead 7-0, about to get ready for their second drive. Bethany Broncos football, Oklahoma Sports Network.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking.
Back here in Elgin, Oklahoma, live for the first round of the 4A playoffs on Oklahoma Sports Network. Bethany Broncos up against the Owls, and the Owls take the field for their second drive. Quick pass over the middle from Caden Bolletto to Lucas Young.
Yeah, wide open. That was the first empty set we've seen from him tonight.
Yeah, they got out there quick. We weren't even totally ready for coming out of break yet, and I think maybe Bethany's defense wasn't quite ready for that one either. First passing play that we've seen tonight from the Elgin Owls. So 1st and 10 now at their own 47. Bolletto will draw them offside. Sawyer Yates jumping a little early on that one, fooled by the hard count.
It's a hard thing to do is not jump off sides when you've got those jitters going. First round playoffs, and you just want to do the best that you can.
We were a little worried about our away support. It does look like it's filled out nicely.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
we had some kids coming in later. Definitely looks like we got some student section action wearing some kind of ponchos or shirts here. 1st and 5 from the Bethany 48. Handoff to Meyer. Straight up the middle. He'll pick up about 3. 8 minutes and counting left to go here in the first. So it hasn't been easy for Bethany so far, but it's not exactly the
worst
horrific blowout that we thought may potentially happen. No shade on our Bethany boys. It's just this is a tough squad of football players here. 2nd and 1 from the Bethany 44. Yeah, they should have known they were passing. Myers not in the backfield, over the top.
Oh,
looking
good
for his
defense.
favorite receiver and broken up. I think that's Griner.
Great defense.
Is that Griner or McLaren?
Yeah, that's Griner.
Griner?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks
huge.
wait. That was McLaren.
That's kind of what I was thinking, is that was more of a safety play.
I can't tell if that's a 5 or a 6.
Man, it is so hard.
But I'm going to say that's Griner playing
I think
corner.
Griner plays corner if McLaren is out there. So big play breaking it up when it was intended for Brody Morrison. Big play guy. 3rd and 1, Myers back in the backfield. Whistle's going to blow. I think they might have false started.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. That's a big break for the Bethany defense. That'll move them back 5. So they're now at the Bethany 49, looking at a 3rd and 6.
I was going to comment on number 7 and how tall and big he is, their tight end, but it doesn't have his weight or size.
He's 6'6", 195
Yeah.
is what I've got him at on the depth chart from
Goodness
the MacArthur
gracious.
game. Yeah, we're piecing together what we can here, folks.
6'6"
It is really surprising.
ridiculous.
As good as a team as Elgin is, their online print is not. You can find their recruiting information on their website, but
Right.
stats are kind of hard to come by. Here's a big 3rd and 6. Passing to the left. Well broken up and nearly intercepted.
Oh, that was Eli
What a
Mars.
play by Seth Greiner again. Eli Mars nearly picks it, and just like that, the Owls will have to punt.
Yeah, back-to-back breakups by Greiner. Definitely watched his tape and knew he was going to
Huge.
have a good game tonight.
That was incredible. I thought our offense might step up and try to keep pace with Elgin. I'll be honest, I did not think that our defense would make plays like that tonight against this team. That's incredible.
Well, they're going for it.
They were bringing the house. Breck Brady nearly got a mid on it. Maybe he got a finger. That one kind of died in the air.
Yeah.
And it's going to go out of bounds almost at the 40. So big defensive stop from Bethany, and now they're going to have decent field position when they come out for their second drive. Bethany Broncos football, Oklahoma Sports Network.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money.
Back here in Elgin, Oklahoma, Bethany Broncos taking on the Elgin Owls first round of the 4A playoffs on Oklahoma Sports Network. Phil Rodriguez, Brennan Rodriguez, and it's the Broncos' second drive here as we get a handoff to Baron Teehee, who lowers his shoulder after picking up about 4 or 5.
Yeah, good blocking here on the outside and giving Teehee somewhere to, give some space for him to run.
If you're just joining us, Broncos just got the ball back after an incredible defensive effort. Seth Greiner with 2 huge pass breakups against the senior wide receiver for the Owls, Brody Morrison, one of the biggest playmakers on the squad. And we said, no thank you, sir. A not-so-great punt after, and Bethany has decent field position looking at doing something with it. 2nd and 5 from their own 45. McLaren looking left for Jagger
Oh,
Weaver.
there it
Weaver
is.
falls down. He's going to get the pass interference flag. The crowd loves it, Brendan.
I love it, too. And to give a shout-out for McLaren and to tell you guys how hard this, Elgin defense is to read. They're in a cover 2, but they're using their downed safeties, the strong safeties, as, a fake rush, but then they're going to shoot out to the flats to cover even more. They had 4 guys on that right far side covering 3 of our Bethany Broncos. That's tough to read, and that's why McLaren went to the one-on-one on this side, which was a good choice for McLaren.
So basically they're bringing those safeties down, making it look like they're blitzing, but then they're actually covering the flats.
Yeah, those strong safeties that are kind of like not linebackers but can scoot back and
Yeah,
forth.
I noticed they got on defense, they've got a dog.
Because you see number 0,
Dog
how he's
and
going
bandit.
out.
Mhm.
That's really tough to, and then 2
Oh, yeah,
3
they
high
got like a
safety-
3-3-5 look.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's very tough.
1st and 10 for Bethany at the Elgin 45 after the penalty. Pass over the middle to Breck Brady. Catches it. Goes down after about 3 or 4.
Good catch. Good throw.
Real solid. He was hoping to do something with it after, but the defense was just on him too quickly. 6:20 and counting here in the first. Mars goes to the sideline. He's played real well tonight. 2 catches so far. They got Jagger Weaver now split out wide left. Greiner in motion. He'll get the flip. That quick little pitch play that's been working well.
Oh, nowhere to
That's
go.
not going to work out very well on that one. Tackled for a loss of 1, maybe 2. They had success with that play, especially against Tecumseh. Definitely part of that big comeback. They might have watched film on that one. It is a huge 3rd and 6 from the Elgin 41. The noisemakers are out in force. There's a fella down underneath us with a 4-horned train horn contraption.
There's a lot of them down there. I saw that have them.
Speed option to the right, pitch to Teehee, and they cover that one well. Another interesting 3rd down play call. And it is kind of 4-down territory here at the same time. If you can get a good pooch punt and pin them far back, that'll be good for you.
Yep.
Still just 7-0. 5:30 left to go and counting in the first. Fake! McLaren tucks it and runs. He
First
picks up
down.
the first.
I was not looking. I was looking down at the producers.
I know. I think I scared you.
You did. You scared the crap out of me.
I saw him kind of hesitate. He thought about kicking, then he thought about running, and then he just took off.
There we go.
Big play. The crowd goes silent. No one saw that coming.
Yeah, you got me good.
Big play.
Love the excitement.
Hey, it was an exciting play.
It was.
1st and 10 now for Bethany from the 31. The noisemakers are going again.
Oh,
And flags all over the place. Going to be a false start. So push him back 5 and hurts a little momentum. You know, I don't think we've seen these play calling boards before. I think this is new. Or at
It
least
is
if they
new,
were,
yeah.
they're new signals for sure.
I have
we
not
got
seen them.
we got Coke cans and whatnot over there. I'm not sure if it's in the shot. But
Yeah, we definitely didn't have that in high school, so I
you
don't
guys
know
will
how
have to make sure to keep an eye on that Bethany sideline. I don't know if the call's Diet Pepsi or Sprite or maybe a little Mr. Pibb action. 1st and 15 now from the 36. McLaren back to pass under pressure. He's smacked. Ball comes out. Looks like Elgin has it. Number 85, Tucker New Henson. Tight end and defensive end. Just blasts McLaren. And they're going to call it incomplete. Oh, my.
That's good for Bethany, but my goodness, how far is that?
Well, wait, no, it is. It's not incomplete. It's
a sack?
They're saying we recovered.
Huh.
I really thought the Owls fell on that ball, but I guess McLaren managed to scoop it back somehow. So now it's 2nd and a couple of mortgages and your firstborn child and 3 football fields. No, it's 2nd and about 25, 2nd and about 30. Teehee motions out of the backfield.
Another blitz.
They're bringing the house again.
Oh, throw it. Oh.
And McLaren does all he can, but he'll go down for a loss. Now it's going to be 3rd and pretty much the whole field.
See, that's what I was talking about, that Elgin secondary is doing a great job. There's really not much open, nor does he have really time to scan the field. And when they're covered up and playing that kind of defense and getting rushed, you have no time and nothing, and you have to make a decision and either throw an interception or get sacked, and that was his only 2 options.
Getting sacked to where it's 3rd and 40 isn't great, but I guess it's better than an interception. Although, I don't know, going downfield and getting intercepted at this point, it's kind of like a punt. So it is about 3rd and 40 here. McLaren going to tuck it and run around the left side. Picks up about 5, but then we'll just have to punt it away. An incredibly exciting opportunity from the fake punt is just, well, punted away. Got 3:10 left on the clock in the first and counting. No fakes here. McLaren will punt it. Takes a bounce at the 21, behind the 20. Keeps doing some Bethany bounces all the way down to the 10-yard line. So Elgin will start pretty far back in their own territory. 2:46 remaining. Owls ahead 7-0. Bethany Broncos, Oklahoma Sports Network. Bethany Broncos taking on the Elgin Owls in the first round of the 4A playoffs. Meyer getting a handoff around the left side here on Oklahoma Sports Network. Picks up about 12 yards and a new set of sticks for the Owls. It's been a lot of Ritz and Meyer so far tonight on offense for the Owls. The Broncos have had some decent opportunities on offense, getting into Elgin territory pretty far twice. Both times coming up empty-handed. Last time we ended up in about a 3rd and 40 situation before having to punt it away. Here's a 1st and 10 for Elgin from their own 25. They got 3 wide receivers split out to the right. I think that's the first time we've seen trips right for these guys tonight. But they're still just going to give it to Meyer. Gets tripped up after about 3 or 4.
Yeah, Brady was there, but Meyer's too quick and just got right out of the hands of Brady.
I think if you can keep him to about 4 yards, you're doing it right. But apparently they're saying he picked up 5 on that one. I guess we got a bad angle up here. 1:58 and counting on the clock. 2nd and 5. Elgin coaches yelling next to us. They've got roster sheets, tell you what. Handoff, Meyer again, left side. And he's got enough for the first.
Is that the coaches?
I thought it was.
Oh, no, that's the PA announcers.
Oh, yeah. Well, somebody was banging on something.
Yeah, I did hear something.
The way this press box is, if anybody bangs on anything, you're going to feel it all the way down. Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed the home media, they've got the their camera girls standing on the desk to get as good an angle as possible.
Yeah, we do have the Bethany coaches to our right. Can see them through the window.
Oh, I bet that's who it was.
Yep.
1:26 and counting remaining here, 1st and 10 for Elgin from the 37. Calero back to pass, deep, had his man. He had a step, but just a little bit over his head. Not Calero, Boleto. He hasn't passed enough yet for me to memorize his name.
Yeah.
I got Ritz and Meyer down because we've seen that guy get everything tonight.
He's going to have well over 100 yards.
Without it, he might even already be close. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, even Meyer, that's not who it was. The receiver, Morrison, he picked up at least, 30 or 40 on that reverse?
Yeah.
So the incomplete pass will make it 2nd and 10. 4 wideouts this time, although one of those is probably that tight end. And it's not Meyer. It's a different running back left side. He's got a lot of speed, and he keeps shedding tackles. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, I thought he shook him and was going to take it to the house.
I think that's number 0, Braxton Antuna.
Yes.
He's only 5'8", but my goodness, there's a lot of size and strength in that diminutive frame.
He's kind of like that running back from K-State that got drafted by
Darren
Cowboys.
Sproles. Wait, no, they had another one, the more recent guy. Yeah, Darren Sproles was a running back for K-State back in my day, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
He played for the Eagles and a couple other teams. But yeah, who is that guy? We haven't seen much of him. Handoff again to him on the left side. Antuna gets about 2 or 3 on that one. And now Meyer's coming back in from the sideline, and so is Morrison. It's a little bit alarming that even with their 2 best players arguably on the sideline, they still show it's just not hard for them to move the ball. We need some more Seth Griner pass breakups here. Quick. 35 seconds and counting, so the first quarter about to close out here. 2nd and 7 for the Owls from the Bethany 38.
Another reverse.
Another reverse indeed. Just a quick handoff to Morrison around the edge. Takes it down to the 21. Yeah, this has not just been a drive. This has been a Sunday drive because they are just cruising and taking it easy all the way on down.
Yep.
Clock down to 15 seconds. We'll see if they try to get off one more play. Nope, just trying to get him to jump.
Yep.
So that is going to be the end of the first quarter. It's not a blowout. It's not looking great for the Broncos, but we're still in this thing. 7-0, Elgin Owls on top. Bethany Broncos football, Oklahoma Sports Network.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, PayMe Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. PayMe Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Back here live in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the Owls take on the Bethany Broncos here in the first round of the 4A playoffs on Oklahoma Sports Network. Elgin driving right now, looking at a 1st and 10 from the Bethany 20. Handoff to Meyer. He's got all kinds of room inside the 10-5. Touchdown, Elgin Owls. Meyer does it again. I refuse to believe that he's 6'1".
Who, Meyer?
Yeah. He's listed at that.
He
I could be wrong. The helmets really do make him look a little, short.
Yeah, he's probably 6'1".
I guess everybody looks shorter from up here. So I guess I'd be an Oompa Loompa. Extra point is through and good. Elgin takes a 14-0 lead. 11:52 left in the second. Oklahoma Sports Network. Back here live in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the Bethany Broncos take on the Elgin Owls here in the first round of the Oklahoma 4A playoffs. That's right, you're in Oklahoma, not Texas. If you were hoping for the Texas playoffs, you were on the wrong channel. Phil Rodriguez, Brennan Rodriguez, Jordan Rodriguez, and Chico. That's all I know him as. That's all he wants to be known as. 11:52 left to go in the second. We've got 14-0 as the score. The Owls on top. It hasn't been the domination that some were expecting, but it hasn't been easy for the Broncos either. Really needing some offensive momentum on this drive to stay in this game.
Big kick.
Long kick. Good kick.
Hey, but we've had opportunities to, have success. We just haven't taken them yet. And like I said, we need things to go our way, and so far they haven't.
And we need to pick up enough yards on third down to get a new set of sticks.
Yeah, we've had some nasty third downs, long third downs.
Yeah, it literally had to be about 3rd and 40, 3rd and 50. Reminds me of back in the day in the PlayStation. You'd think that you paused on Madden to go to the bathroom, and you come back, and you're like, what do you mean it's 1st and goal from my own 2? So it's 1st and 10 from their own 20 for the Broncos. McLaren passing left for Brett Brady. What a catch! Went up there and snatched it out of the air.
I don't think he's dropped a pass this year that was in his vicinity.
That is I think you might be right.
He goes up with both hands and just
maybe
bear snatches
one, but I can't. I mean, I feel like there's got to be one, but I can't think of it.
Hey, great throw by McLaren. Really
they
good
get
throw.
Back to the ball quickly. They've got 4 out to the left. A quick little screen look. Griner gets it and picks up about 6.
Hey, I like the quick tempo. I would keep that going.
They caught him off guard with the play call and with the tempo.
Get that line, down at the line of scrimmage and go, 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 go.
Yeah, if you're going to beat this Elgin defense, catching them off guard like that is going to be one of the ways to do it.
Got to get them tired, and you got to get their morale down. Because the thing about good teams, sometimes when you get their morale down, most of those kind of teams like to give up first. But I won't say it about this team, but that is an option.
There's something to be said for if you've been winning all season and then all of a sudden you start to
shocked.
struggle.
Yep.
You can kind of wake them up a little bit in a bad way. 2nd and 5, 10:59 left to go in the second. Handoff Teehee, left side, good blocking.
Yeah.
They caught him from behind
That
though.
was Meyer.
Boy, that guy's great on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, if Meyer wasn't there to get him from behind, he would have definitely picked up the first down and more.
He was certainly running with a full head of steam.
So on every third down so far, we've had a run play. So I don't know if they're going to mix it up or.
But on 3rd and 3, well, I don't know. It'd be interesting if on 3rd and 6 we run, so 3rd and 3 we throw the ball.
I say throw something short out here to this side.
Jagger Weaver and Seth Griner split out wide on your right at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, that's
McLaren keeps the ball. Great hidden ball trick right through Jagger Weaver's hands. He was coming back to the ball maybe a yard short of the first, but, man, it was right there.
Yeah, I think there was some confusion. McLaren talking to Eli Mars. I think he was trying to have Eli Mars run a shorter route, but I don't think Mars had the right route, and that's why McLaren had to come down to that late check down, which is why it didn't have any success.
Well, it's going to bring up a 4th and 3 now. Offense stays on the field. Weaver and Griner, once again, the guys out widest to the right, and we're going to get a timeout, Bethany. So Broncos will think about this one. We'll go to break. Bethany Broncos, Oklahoma Sports Network.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, PayMe Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. PayMe Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Back live here in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the Bethany Broncos take on the Elgin Owls here in 4A playoffs first round on Oklahoma Sports Network. Bethany getting to the line quickly on a 4th and 3, 10:16 left to go in the second. 4-down territory, playoffs, leave it all on the field. McLaren zips it, left, caught. That's Mars again, the leading receiver for tonight.
Good play call. Great play call. We would call that a one route on the sticks. So it's kind of like a hit route. Right at the sticks, you catch it, and you got a first down. I love those routes.
Big-time play for a big-time drive. If we want to stay in this one, a touchdown here is paramount. 1st and 10 from the Elgin 46. It's going to be a designed run. McLaren will take it and tuck it and pick up only about 2. .9:45 and counting here in the second quarter. Broncos will be looking at a 2nd and 8 from the Elgin 44. Jugs are shaken. Do they just scoop that out of the chat pile and then just kind of look up a chat pile?
It's probably just some beads.
2nd and 7. I think it might be gravel. Deep shot. McLaren over the middle to Griner.
Oh, it's intercepted.
Wow. What a catch from Brody Morrison, the big play wide receiver for the Owls. Goes up and snatches it out of the sky.
Yeah, the ball from McLaren was a little high and a little behind Griner, and that allowed the Elgin defender to. That's why he could jump over the top of Griner and intercept the ball.
Easy for him to make a play on it, and just like that, it sucks a lot of momentum right out from underneath the Broncos. 9:10. Clock is stopped here in the second quarter. Elgin will take over from their own 10. Maybe just in front of the 10, sort of the 11. Meyer's back there behind Boletto. I keep wanting to call him Cavello. Boletto's going to pass right side, zips it over his receiver's head. Some extracurriculars down there.
Yeah, it was a late hit from Elgin, kind of falling down on one of our defensive tackles, which was kind of cheap.
Big guys. It was a
I'm
little bit of a
surprised
cheap
it didn't
shot.
Get
I did not
unsportsmanlike.
love it. That is Griffin Looper that they were ganging up against. Looper, one of the more physically dominant players on our line.
Yeah.
So they know who to pick on. 2nd and 10. They're going to give it to Meyer. No surprises there. Puts his shoulders down and just moves everybody.
Goodness.
Still on his feet. Past the 30, past the 35, down to the 37. This guy is a freight train. Unstoppable. I would wager to bet right now that he has eclipsed 100 rushing yards.
So I don't want to talk too much into the future, but if, say, Elgin and Tuttle do face each other in the championship, if that happens, I would be happy if I was Tuttle, because all you would have to account for and practice for is Meyer.
But I will say, I think part of what we're seeing is that since Meyer's working for them, they're not having to go deep
That's
to Brody
true.
Morrison or any
That's
of those
true.
other guys. If they had to, I think they'd be able to. I mean, I've seen the film. They can. 8:30 left to go in the second. 1st and 10 from the 37. Flag down on the play. Pass is incomplete. Where the flag is located, I'm thinking it's probably something like defensive holding or pass interference. So not great outlook for the Broncos on that one. Waiting for the signal from the officials here. Going to have a false start, actually, against Elgin.
All righty, we'll take it.
So that'll move them back 5 yards from the 37 to the 32 and make it 1st and 15. 8:27 left to go in the second. Still a lot of time left, but if Elgin goes up by 3 scores here, 21-0 even in the second, that's going to be a really difficult mountain to climb. Tight ends go in motion from right to left. Hand off to Antuna. Tripped up pretty quickly, but still got about 4 or 5. Basically back to the original line of scrimmage. See, and that's another problem, Brendan. Even when they pull out Meyer, they've still got a guy that's about one of the better running backs we've seen this year.
Yeah, and they like to get him out wide and make him try and find a lane, and when he does, he hits it hard, and not many people can catch him.
Yeah, he showed earlier when he can get to the sideline, he can do a lot of damage really quickly.
I think the only 2 people on our defense that'd be able to catch him is Griner and Jagger.
And we saw Griner catch him. He was about the only one that could do it. 2nd and 9 after the quick little 6-yard scamper from Antuna, who they do send out wide here. Pass over the middle, right through the receiver's hands, and that's not the guy you expect to drop it. Brody Morrison
Nope.
must have been thinking about where he was going to go before he thought about where he was going to catch it. That's a big break for the Broncos. That's the 2nd or 3rd time I think I've said that in this first half. We were talking earlier in the game, or I guess before the game, to win this, we're going to have to play perfectly and get a few things kind of roll our way.
Yep.
In a lot of ways they have. We just haven't quite stepped up and taken advantage of all those opportunities, at least in terms of getting points on the board. Here's a big 3rd down, 3rd and 9. Pass out right to Meyer. Breck Brady nearly stepped in front of the route. I wish he had, because Meyer's gone. Seth Griner's the last one that can catch him. Nope.
He got it.
Touchdown. Ritson Meyer this time on
short.
Oh no. They're going to say he stepped out about the 1 or 2.
If this was college, they would review it. And it would be
They
a touchdown.
absolutely would.
Because he extended the ball.
Yeah, it's not where your body goes out of bounds, it's where the ball goes out of bounds. So if you're jumping with the ball out and your body is out of bounds, but your ball's in, that sounds funny, but the football is in bounds and you get that ball across the line, it should be a touchdown, but I guess we won't get upset that they're going to pull the score away from Elgin. They're going to be in a 1st and goal at the 2. The Bethany coaches in the booth next to us are not happy, and we can understand it. Hand off to Meyer up the middle, and this time he'll get the 6. 7:20 left to go in the second. It's 20-0 Elgin. You don't want to call it so early. There's still a lot of football left, but overcoming a 3-touchdown deficit against a team like this, well, it's not impossible, but it's really hard to do. Stranger things have happened. I always think if App State can beat Michigan in Ann Arbor, anything can happen on a football field any day, anytime. Extra point is up and good, so 7:20 left to go. Elgin ahead, 21-0. Bethany Broncos, Oklahoma Sports Network. Back here in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the Bethany Broncos take on the Elgin Owls here in the 4A Division 1 or Division 2. It doesn't matter what division. 4A playoffs. Elgin is up 21-0 on the Bethany Broncos. Was just talking with Brendan about the ineptitude of the Jets offense. Because I am a Jets fan. It is an unfortunate truth. They just played last night. Almost had a shot against the very good Patriots. But the thing that Brendan couldn't believe is that Justin Fields has 3 games this season with 60 passing yards or less. The Jets easily average the worst passing offense in the league this season. And yet we're still going to find a way to play ourselves out of that first overall pick, I'm telling you.
I'm going to make a petition to either get rid of the Browns or the Jets and make a team in Oklahoma.
Yeah, like transfer them somewhere where or make the owner sell something. Another big kick from the Elgin kicker. He's got about as good of a leg as Martin does for us. So going to be another touchback. Bethany will take over from the 20.
They're playing some really good music.
Yeah, I noticed that pregame, too. Yeah, we had a lot of good 90s hip-hop prior to the game.
Ripping the 80s rock, as we like to hear.
I'll give them credit. Some of these rural schools, you go out there and you get nothing but like a lot of Luke Combs and stuff.
Ice cold beer.
My kid loves it, man. Morgan Wallen is where I draw the line, though. We're not playing Morgan Wallen in Dad's car.
I could agree with that.
1st and 10 from the 20 for McLaren and the Broncos. Hoping to get something on the board before we go to half. Keep us in this game. Good pass to Mars. Broken up really well, though. Corday Ritchie for the Elgin Owls.
Yeah, just another pass that just high and a little like I don't really know how to explain it.
Sort of a floater.
Floater. It's a little high and it's right at him.
Yep.
You got to find that space, but like
I need that dot, that laser. Yeah.
But like I said, this Elgin defense, this secondary is really, really good.
2nd and 10 for the Broncos from their own 20. Trips to the left. Jagger Weaver split out wide right, all on his own. Handoff Teehee. Nope, just kidding. McLaren still has the ball. Going to give it to Griner in the flat. And
nice.
Griner picks up about 8 or 9. Great play.
It faked me, too. I was looking at the run.
I really thought he had it, especially since they stacked all the personnel over on that side. I think a lot of the Owls thought that's where they were going, too. So 3rd and 1. Ball moves all the way from the left hash to the right one. They're pretty close to us here now. See what they draw up here on this 3rd and short. 7:07 left to go in the quarter. Nobody on the right. 3 wideouts split to the left. Breck Brady in a 3-point stance to the right of the O-line. Handoff, Teehee, left middle, picks it up.
Great run.
Real solid. Downhill running from Teehee, picks up 4 or 5. Crowd goes quiet.
So I think that's the first 3rd down that we've converted on the ground.
Man, I think
tonight.
You're right. Is it not the first 3rd down we've converted, period?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it might be. 3rd down has been
Hey,
a
we've
crux.
converted a 4th down, which
right?
you could say is even better.
There you go. You need those, but you really need the 3rd downs. That's what keeps you in the game. Decent momentum for Bethany, but we've only moved 15 yards. Let's not get too cocky. 1st and 10 at the 35. 6:38 left to go and counting. Griner motion from right to left. They're going to fake the pitch. And then the ball is tipped, nearly intercepted. 45, Philip. Whew, that's a tough last name to say. Philip Pibasi?
We're at?
Yeah, we're going to go with Pibasi? Yeah. Anyways, he tips it, nearly picks it.
What number was that?
45. Pebeahsy. It's a hard one to say. I don't want to trip over it and say something that'll get us fined. 6:29 left to go. Clock stopped. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Fake handoff to Teehee. Oh, my goodness. They try the screen play to Griner. Nearly intercepted by Corday Ritchie. He was thinking about what kind of dance he was going to do after he scored. Forgot to bring the interception all the way in. I'm a broken record. It's a big break for Bethany that they did not get an interception on that play.
Yep.
The football gods are handing us stuff on a silver platter. We got to take one of these.
So, Phil, yet again, long 3rd down. Not where you want to be, but definitely a 3rd down we need to pick up for sure.
A 3rd down we can pick up. We've shown our ability to do so. The passing game has worked. No surprise, McLaren back to pass, deep to Jagger Weaver, way over his head. He had a lot of defenders up in his face. That was a difficult throw to make.
There is some laundry down here.
I noticed that. Officials talking about something. Right, Tori Snell. Yeah, I think that's who she is. We got a woman on the crew
here.
Legal
man downfield.
Yep, ineligible receiver downfield.
Yeah.
They're going to decline that one, make it 4th and 10, and Bethany will have to punt this one away. So just like that, another Bethany drive had a little bit of momentum going, and then it just kind of peters out. McLaren will punt. High lofting punt, bounces out about the 39, so Elgin will take over here with 6:19 left to go in the 2nd quarter. And they've made it look easy on offense so far. We've got a flag down on the play. We're going to have another powwow. They're going to wave it off. So no flag on the play. Elgin will get to take over here on the, goodness, I forgot where it was. Scoreboard says 33.
Yeah, it was like right at the 40.
That's what I was thinking. No, they're a little further back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, scoreboard says 38. There we go. Okay, so 1st and 10 from their own 38. 6:19 left to go here in the 2nd. 3 wideouts split out to the right of Boleto, and then they're going to call a timeout. So we'll take a quick break ourselves. Bethany Broncos, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Back here in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the Elgin Owls take on the Bethany Broncos here in the 1st round of the 4A playoffs. Elgin ahead 21-0, taken over at their own 38 here, 1st and 10. Handoff Meyer, right side, making people miss across the 50, across the 45, down to the 43. He has been electric. The Broncos have no answer for Ritzenmeyer tonight. You can see why this guy's a 3-star recruit.
Yeah. That's even kind of a flashy name, like on print.
It is. I thought, especially considering he plays baseball, it sounds like a baseball, like he's an outfielder Meyer, outfielder. I'm like, yeah, that sounds right. Used to play quarterback. He's actually listed on the roster, at least on Max Preps, as a quarterback / running back. Did feature for the team at quarterback, I think, at some point in the last couple of seasons, but it's been all of Caden Boletto this season. He's been great for the Owls. 1st and 10 from the Bethany 44. Meyer again.
Yeah, he's definitely got to have well over 100.
Well, and it's hard to blame our guys for looking a little depleted, but when they're getting run all over like this, it's really hard to keep coming. They are doing their best, though. Broncos hanging in there. You know they're not giving up, because if they were, they'd be scoring. We're still holding this guy back. 1st and 10 at the Bethany 32. Breck Brady nearly went for it on the hard count. They're going to throw it this time. Left side, lofting pass.
Oh.
Big catch from Antuna coming out of the backfield.
Wow.
It's going to be 1st and goal, Elgin. And if they score here, it's officially going to be getting a little rough.
Someone's got a bubble machine down there.
Oh, I see that. We could use some bubbles in here. That might cheer us up. 1st and goal, handoff Antuna. My goodness. If he didn't score, he's very close. He's down at about the 1. That's where the line judge is going to call him. I think the crowd thought he scored. Well, yeah, you know, he'd be the first touchdown scorer besides Meyer.
True.
I think that's about to happen. Antuna's still in the backfield. Would love to see our guys get in there and strip it. Oh, miscommunication. They're going to pull him down in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't know.
Boletto Boletto turned around to hand the ball, and Antuna went the other way. So the Bethany defense falls on him, hits him for a good loss. If we can keep him out of the end zone here, that would really keep us in this game. So it's going to be 3rd and goal now at about right between the 4 and the 5. Meyer's back in there in the backfield. I'm sure everybody's watching him. And timeout
Elgin.
probably. No, Elgin.
Yep.
So Elgin will take a timeout. 3:21 left to go in the second. They're up 21-0, looking at a 3rd and goal. Bethany Broncos, Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Back here live in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the Bethany Broncos take on the Elgin Owls in the first round of the 4A playoffs. Phil Rodriguez, Brendan Rodriguez here with you, and it has not been great so far for the Broncos, but they're still hanging in there. It's 21-0 here in the second quarter, 3:21 remaining, and the Owls have the ball, 3rd and goal. Meyer has been just so dangerous to us tonight. He's going to get the call again tonight and untouched into the end zone for his 4th touchdown of the half. My goodness.
Yeah, he's had all the touchdowns tonight.
He has. 3 on the ground, 1 on a quick little dump-off pass, so they'll call it a receiving touchdown. Definitely has 100 rushing yards. Might have at least 50 to 100 receiving yards. they've basically run the whole offense through this guy, and sometimes when you've got one player that is basically your entire offense, well, you get a little, pigeonholed, but not these guys. They've been just fine all night. Kick is up and good, 28-0, Elgin Owls, Oklahoma Sports Network. Back here in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the Elgin Owls take on the Bethany Broncos. It is 3:17 remaining to go here in the second quarter on Oklahoma Sports Network, and the Owls are ahead 28-0. It's been all Ritson Meyer, the senior 3-star recruit who's headed to Southern Utah next year. He has been really difficult to stop. He's strong, he's fast. I'm not trying to sound like I'm in love with the guy, but my goodness, he's been something to watch down here. You can see why this team is so highly rated. It's not just him. Another big kickoff from their kicker, Ian Krenz. And that'll once again not be returned. So Bethany will have 1st and 10 at the 20 with 3:17 left to go in the second quarter. Still a lot of football, but it's been tough sledding for the Bethany Broncos on offense tonight.
Yeah, definitely would like to punch one in before halftime. Kind of keep the morale up a little bit.
It just kind of feels like at this point, what if we not tried? We've tried running, we've tried passing, we've gotten creative with, reverses or running everybody to the left and then actually running the play to the right. Hard to find what can work against this defense. 1st and 10 at the 20. McLaren looking left, throws into coverage, into the arms of Jagger Weaver, and he can't quite pull it in.
Yeah, that time that was a good throw. That was that bullet pass we were talking about.
He put it in the window.
Just, great secondary work from Elgin just to knock that sucker out of Jagger Weaver's hands.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 20. The gravel jugs are a-shaken. 3:13 to go in the first half. Mars split out widest at the bottom of your screen. Teehee is the back. He'll get the call. He's met almost immediately. That play is absolutely blown up. Tucker New Henson again in on it. He had a big sack earlier on Brody McLaren that ended up putting us into about a 3rd and 40. This is better. It's 3rd and 10, but it's still not the best. The best would be a first down, moving the sticks down the field, getting us a little score so we've got something to nurse our wounds with in the locker room at halftime. Boy, I bet their arms get tired shaking those things. It's like a shake weight down there. McLaren back to pass. Under pressure, rolling out left. Flag down on the play. I think it's going to be a hold. Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I didn't see really anything. I don't know. I was looking downfield for the wide receiver, so I missed.
I was looking downfield and I was looking at McLaren. So if there was something happening with the offensive line, I missed it. That's why I assumed there was probably a holding call. Often when the quarterback goes on the run like that, that is something that frequently happens, but we've got quite the meeting about it. See what they say here. As it stands, we're looking at a 4th and 10, depending on the call. That is going to be a holding against the Broncos. And a holding and a personal foul. Offset. We're going to replay the down. All right.
Sweet.
So that's big break for the Broncos.
Yeah.
So we'll get to redo our 3rd and 10. Jugs is shaking again. Griner in motion from left to right. Immediately under pressure. It's been a theme for McLaren. He gets the ball out.
It's intercepted.
Intercepted at the 28.
That was the craziest event of something trying to happen.
That was wild.
Yeah, McLaren tried to flip it up there in a last, resort play, and McGee was there trying to one hand catch it and fumbled it around, and it ended up in the hands of the defender for Elgin, unfortunately.
So still 2:14 left to go in the half. Time enough, unfortunately, for Elgin to add to their lead. 28-0 currently on the scoreboard. Meyer out there, splits out from the backfield into the slot. Cabello, that's not his name. I'll look at it and correct it in a second. Flag on the field. Might be a hold. Caden Balletto. Like a stiletto, but with a B. This one's going to be a holding against the Owls. So 1st and 10 from the 29 is going to become 1st and 20 at the 39. Hey, we'll take that. Interesting choice. We got a holding call, and now we're going to listen to some AC/DC. Moving backwards. 1st and 20 at 2:06 left to go in the second. They're going to give it to Morrison. He's going to cut it back. Go down after a gain of about 5 or 6. Quick little handoff to Brody Morrison coming around the end.
Oh, no.
Oh, do we got a flag down? Or is it Griner?
No, there was a Elgin lineman that was driving one of our linemen back, and the Bethany lineman kind of, jerked him down, and the Elgin guy kind of fell into the legs of Griner. But good thing he's up and going, but it was kind of a shaky.
That looks like just a little bit of a minor owie, as we say in my household. 2nd and 14. Fake handoff to Meyer, looking left for Morrison, zips it over his head. We've done at least a good enough job on a lot of plays of getting enough pressure on Balletto that he's got to throw hurried. He's overthrown his receivers a lot tonight.
Yeah, still really good defense from Griner. He's been staying with it all night.
Yeah, he got beat a tiny bit initially, but he caught up with him. So whatever little knock he had on his legs, not slowing him down. Well, now they've got him one-on-one with the tight end. 3rd and 14. Balletto under pressure, and he's going to go down. Big sack from Marcos Lopez. So just like that, 4th and forever, Elgin will have to punt. They failed to come up with any score on a drive that started on the Bethany 29, Brendan.
Yeah. Good job from Bethany. They've definitely, had some tough breaks of Meyer breaking free, but tonight they've really kind of held their own.
Yeah, it could be a lot more than 28 on the scoreboard right now, without a doubt. It's odd to look at a 28-0 deficit and think the defense has played decent tonight, but they really have. Especially Seth Greiner's pass breakups in the first quarter were just incredible. Timeout, Elgin. 39 seconds left to go in the half. Bethany Broncos, Oklahoma Sports Network. Back here live in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the Elgin Owls take on the Bethany Broncos here in the first round of the 4A playoffs on Oklahoma Sports Network. Hasn't gone great for the Broncos with 39 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. It's 28-0 Elgin, but honestly, it could be a lot worse. Bethany's still kind of in this game. They've had some good breaks on both sides of the ball, just haven't been able to make them come up with points. As Jagger Weaver calls a fair catch on that punt back at about the 7. Be maybe the worst field position that Broncos offense has had so far tonight.
There we go. It's Metallica.
Right? Yeah. You play me Fueled by Metallica while I'm going out on offense. I'm getting ready to go, baby.
This is my PR song in the gym.
PR song?
Personal record? Or PB. Personal best.
For me, every song is a PR song because that's my initials.
Yeah, I'm going to say PB. I don't know what I'm talking about.
1st and 10 at the 7. PB is peanut butter. Handoff. Teehee. Goes down pretty quick. Gain of maybe 1. Clock is ticking down to about 10 seconds. Bethany not looking like they're going to run another play. So that's going to do it for our first half. 28-0 is the score. Owls on top. Bethany still technically in this one, but it's going to take a lot of work to dig themselves out of this hole. We'll be back for the second half. Bethany Broncos, Oklahoma Sports Network. Back here in Elgin, Oklahoma for the second half of the 4A playoffs between Elgin Owls and your Bethany Broncos. It's been tough going so far. It's 28-0, Elgin ahead, but there's still a whole half of football left to play, and Bethany's going to get the ball first here as we get underway.
Yeah, we've definitely had chances to score and have some success on the offensive side, but we haven't, like we said in the first half, we haven't taken those moments, and kudos to the defense. I know it's 28-0, but they've been working their tail off tonight, and, so has the offense, but nothing has gone our way so far.
Defense did a good job of essentially preventing Elgin from getting the clinching score in the first half. They were going to go down the field and go up 35-0, but we did get one little stop as we got towards the end of the first half.
We've had really good defensive stops against the pass, but we cannot stop Meyer.
That has been impossible. Another big kick from Krenz. He's had plenty of touchbacks tonight, and he will add another to that total. So once again, we will take over at our own 20-yard line. I think we've only seen the offense cross the 50 maybe once tonight. This has been a tough defense to crack. Senior wide receiver and defensive back Brody Morrison had a huge athletic interception in the first half to cut short a drive that might have made it 21-7. Still plenty of game, but if we can't get a touchdown here, it's really not looking too probable for us to stay in this one. McLaren in the shotgun. Going to hand off to Teehee. Up the middle, about 3 or 4. Nope, that is Xavier McGee, pardon me. First time we've seen him get a carry tonight.
Yeah, I think his last attempt was when the ball was intercepted, when McLaren tried to flick it over to McGee, and the ball kind of fumbled up in the air.
He was on the field on that play. 2nd and 9. Ball on the 21. McLaren looking right for Greiner.
Good throw.
Complete, but only about 3 yards. And they called him Greener.
Greener, I was about to say.
We've heard him. Is that what the other school called him too?
Yeah, it was Greener.
Yep. We've heard that mispronunciation quite often this season. 11 minutes left to go in the third, and it's 3rd and 5 for the Broncos from their own 25.
Seems like we've been in this position pretty much all night.
So many times. Mars once again out wide at the bottom of your screen. Seth Greiner is the slot man on top of him. Meyer showing blitz. Good pass over to the left to Jagger Weaver and pulled in for the first down.
I was about to suggest that. That's the same play they picked up the first down in the first half.
Weaver's been knocked around a little bit in this game. He'll head to the sideline to rest up. Greiner and Mars, once again, the guys out to the right. McGee still the running back. And he will set the edge for McLaren. Picking up a good chunk of yards, spitting out of one tackle, pushing his way out of another.
Going.
New set of sticks and a little bit more. Finally pushed out at the 49. Strong running from Brody McLaren.
Yeah, that's the first time tonight that he's broke free and had some yards to run.
He's happy about it, too. Okay, the way he celebrates, this kid's definitely a Baker fan. That was a Baker celebration right there. First and 10 now at their own 49. Crowd coming alive, realizing their defense might need a little help on this one. Fake handoff to McGee, turns to his left, hits Greiner underneath. Greiner picks up about 4 before he's shoved out of bounds by Meyer. I swear Meyer's in on every play, offense or defense. He is there on the ball.
And for somebody to track down Greiner like he did just shows his speed and ability as well.
Great pursuit. 2nd and 6 now. 10-10 left to go in the third quarter. Ball on the Elgin 47. McLaren going to keep it, tuck it, take it left.
Nothing.
Maybe one, but yeah, not a lot there for him.
You know, I like those, but in a situation like that, I say give it to McGee and let him run that route or run that.
our power backs are typically the ones that are going to get out there and give us a good chunk of yardage on a first or second down. Don't blame the play call, but man, McGee could have taken it to him on that one. 3rd and 5, clock at 9:35 and running. McLaren with a good pocket, over the top, incomplete, but definitely pass interference. Defenders hanging all over Seth Griner.
Yeah, that was bad. That was definitely intentional.
Honestly, with how much McLaren put on that pass, they probably could have left Griner alone and would have been incomplete. But we will take the free yardage.
Absolutely.
So now it'll be 1st and 10 for the Broncos all the way down at the Elgin 31. So Bethany with the best position they've had to score here since early in the first half. McLaren shotgun, Griner and Mars out to his right. Weaver split out as the lone man to the left. Fake toss to McGee. McLaren keeps it, and he gets clocked, but picks up about 5. Actually, they're going to give him 4. I thought he got 5, but, you know, I'm not a line judge. That's Tori's job down there. Tori Snell. That name sounds really familiar, honestly. Be funny if it's like an old math teacher of mine or something. 2nd and 6, 9 minutes left to go, clock running in the third quarter. Ball on the Elgin 27. Flag on the play. Might be a false start.
We haven't even got the play yet. Oh, my goodness.
That is going to be a false start on Bethany. I didn't necessarily see it, but maybe it happened.
I didn't either.
So a 2nd and 6 will now become a 2nd and 11.
Oh, they called it on Brady.
And one of the Bethany coaches is arguing his case.
I would be mad, too. It's kind of cheap call, but
it was sort of random.
It's,
how can you get only that far into the play, everybody getting set, and you call a false start? They're not even really set yet. You can understand the frustration, but they saw something that was worth calling, so it'll move them back. 2nd and 11 at the 32.
That's another pass interference.
Pass to Griner. They're hanging all over him, and there's no call? What? I mean, they're on top of him. That's crazy. Wow. That is very surprising. All over Griner, and he'll get a no call on that one. 3rd and 11.
That was bad.
Shocking. Wow. Big 3rd and long once again for the Broncos. And another flag. My goodness, they won't leave us alone on this drive. It's going to be another false start against the Broncos. That'll back us up from 3rd and 11 to a 3rd and 16 now at the 37.
So basically what we're getting called for is a false start that didn't happen before we were set and not a pass interference call. All right. Cool.
Yeah, the officiating has been rough on us on this drive, without a doubt.
This is the playoffs, so I'm definitely talking about the refs. Sorry,
3rd
Eric.
and 16. Pass must have been tipped at the line. That one went straight into the ground. It is surprising in the playoffs, when we've had a really tightly called game by this crew so far, that there'd be some big no calls and some calls where it was hard to see. Definitely changed the momentum of this drive significantly.
Oh, they're in the set where they're just going to throw it out
4th
wide.
and 16. They'll give it to Griner, who will take a shot downfield, and it's just batted down. Breck Brady couldn't even get up for it.
Oh.
I hate to call them done with 8 minutes left in the third, but, man, we might be done. This does not look good at all.
Yeah, that was our most promising drive so far. And just every drive we're behind the chains, and that is what's defeating this Bethany offense is they can't stay above the chains and get these third downs to 1 or 2 yards.
I mean, that's true, but we also got smothered with a pillow by a couple of things on that last drive. My goodness. We get that pass interference on Griner, we're talking about a different situation right now. 1st and 10 for Elgin from their own 37. They'll hand off to Meyer. Literally no one is surprised. Cutting back all over the field, picks up about 9. So it'll be 2nd and 1, maybe not even a whole yard. Might be more like 2nd and inches here for the Owls. .805 and running on the clock. Handoff again to Meyer. Lots of space again. He'll get tackled at the 43. Breck Brady in on the stop.
But to say, that was probably like the only full body form tackle that Bethany has performed on Meyer tonight, and seems like Brady's really the only one that can do it.
It was really good from Brady to track him down like that. Especially considering he's all the way over at left end. New set of sticks for the Owls. 1st and 10 from the Bethany 43. Do I even need to say it? Handoff. Meyer. Left side. Outside or out of bounds at about the 26.
This is kind of reminding me of Seminole football. Hand the ball off to Gunville.
You know what I think is interesting is how often they keep playing the song Sabotage by Beastie Boys.
And
are they trying to send us a message?
Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, but Sabotage, I was alluding to the officiating, Brendan. It was right there for you.
Sorry.
1st and 10.
Sometimes I don't get your jokes, Phil.
1st and 10 from the 28. You're not the only one, bud. Don't worry about it. Another run for Meyer. He'll take it left side, picks up about 6 or 7. So 2nd and 4, 7:10 remaining in the third quarter. Clock stopped after the ball goes out of bounds. Ball on the Bethany 22. Handoff and Tuna this time. Left side, enough for the first. Still on his feet. Down to about the 12-yard line. It'll be a new set of downs once again for the Owls. Starting to look a little demoralized out there, Brennan.
Yep.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 11. Handoff and Tuna. All kinds of room into the end zone.
Yeah.
First touchdown scorer, not named Meyer.
Crazy stat, huh?
Yep. That was a blowout just from one guy.
Well, they're looking like they're going to pull it back.
Oh, he might have stepped out. I was wondering about that. He was kind of spinning around down there.
No, there's a penalty.
Oh, they're actually going to call holding. Okay. So holding on Elgin will take them from 1st and 10 at the 11 to now 1st and 20 at the 21.
How big does it say number 56 is for Elgin, their offensive line? That's the biggest guy out there.
I don't know if he's listed, unfortunately. Yeah, he's not listed on our.
I think that's the guy.
Now, if he's
55,
about. Hudson Begley is 6'2", 255. No, the guy I was talking. I was looking at an old roster. The dude I was talking about, he's already on Tennessee's roster as a freshman.
Gotcha.
So he's already there doing things. So 1st and 10 from the 21. Yeah, 58. That's right. He wasn't in the Max Preps roster either. Handoff Morrison, end around from left to right. Chase down, pushed out of bounds at about the 6.
Yeah, that play has worked out great for them all night. They've done it around, you think 3 or 4 times?
Well, they've done – that's like the end around that they do. The one that really gouged us was like a classic reverse.
Right.
Which we haven't seen again, but, like, yeah, you don't run that one again. So 2nd and 5 here from the Bethany 6. It's Meyer again, untouched. So he's still the only touchdown scorer. He's got 5, 4 on the ground, 1 through the air. 34-0 is the score. Elgin starting to run away with this one. I think I just heard a 6-7 in the audience. You see a lot of the players doing that as a celebration now, right? Because when they score a touchdown, right, they get 6 and 7.
I'm ready for that joke to be over.
It'll pass. It'll pass. Don't worry, kids. It'll pass. I mean, nobody talks about the Harlem Shake anymore, right?
Part of the Matrix.
They're going to wave off the point. I guess they're going to have to re-kick here. Might have been a false start. Well, we fought valiantly. Put up a good effort. I don't think you need to feel bad about the game that we had here. This is a really tough team, even with all the 5A, 6A schools that are so competitive. This is the 5th-ranked team in the entire state.
Yeah, and it's tough as a defense to stay motivated and to stay in the game when, you know, there's not much happening on the offensive side. It's tough.
That is the truth. Yeah, it's really hard to go out there and find something to play for when you've got 5 touchdowns on the scoreboard already and your offense isn't getting anything for you. Akin to a pitcher getting out there trying to throw a good game without any run support. So 35-zip is the score. 6:39 remaining in the third. I'm not sure if they do a running clock in the playoffs. Oh, hey, you know, 58 actually is listed. 58 for Elgin is Talon Romstattle. Comstattle? These guys have some wild names. Cameron Hollifar. Yeah, so Talon Comstattle.
Huh.
That's our big 58 down there.
I think he was 56.
Oh, I thought you said 58.
No, I think, yeah, he's 56.
I think you are a liar.
And then
a
65.
scave. 56 is Noah Trimpe. He's a sophomore. He's only 5'8", 208, if this is
see,
correct.
he's on the bench right here.
Oh, yep. Yep, that guy looks like he's 5'8", 205. So 6:39 left to go in the third. Elgin will kick off with a very comfortable 5-touchdown lead. Aguilar and Jagger Weaver back there to return, but as with many of these other kickoffs, they won't get a chance at it. Kick goes out of the back of the end zone. And you know, I hear the PA guy saying Kearns for the kicker. That would make a lot more sense as a last name than Krenz. So I'm going to go ahead and decide that that is a typo, and his name is Kearns. When I was a young man, there was a juice company called Kearns that made very good guava nectar.
Guava nectar?
That's right, folks. We've reached the portion of the game where it's a blowout, and Phil is telling personal anecdotes. That's where we're at.
I don't even know what guava is.
A guava is a fruit. Brendan, your last name is Rodriguez.
I don't eat fruit like that.
Bro, I don't think I've ever eaten a guava, but I've had lots of guava-flavored things. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Quick pass out to Barron T. He pulls it in, gets about 2. There's guava paste. It's like jam. Comes in this big can. Put it on crackers.
Sounds horrible.
Oh, it's delicious. Tis delicious.
Sound like people that enjoy hummus.
No, I do enjoy hummus, but totally different, flavors. Nothing garlicky in guava.
You're the person at Thanksgiving that likes all the weird stuff that nobody really eats.
100%. 2nd and 8. Handoff. Teehee. He's met by a crowd of Owls almost immediately. Picks up maybe 2. Yeah, I'm the one. We're at a dinner with my wife's boss. I really wanted to order escargot for the table. Nobody else was into it. Third and 4, 5:35 left to go in the third. Somebody just hit their brights right on me. Goodness gracious. Jagger Weaver goes low, makes the catch, first down.
Have those lights been on the
No,
pole?
they just came on because, my goodness, it about blinded
Those
me.
are very bright.
Yep. I think, you can see them on the shot. That big bright light, that's a car.
No, it's they're
blinding me.
attached to the light poles.
Oh, my gosh,
Yeah.
are you serious? I thought
Yeah.
that was someone who just flicked on their brights in the parking lot. That's nuts. They got them fancy LED lights here. First and 10 for the Broncos at their own 34. Hand off T. He makes it back to the line, and that's about it. I was jealous because my lady ordered swaddlies while I'm working this game while she's back home, but she left me leftovers. So we still got a little something to look forward to, even if this one ends up not so nice. Second and 10, ball on the 34. Oh, pressure coming. That's Meyer. Flushes him out of the pocket. McLaren tucks it and runs. I think he got enough for the first.
Hey, that was really good pocket presence by him. That really looked like a true Baker Mayfield kind of move, deciding to run it and pick up a first.
Yeah, we're a little bit of a broken record with the Mayfield comparisons, but it's really hard not to make them. The guy has the gumption and even kind of runs like him a little bit, kind of stands like him a little bit sometimes. I do forget, these kids grew up with Baker Mayfield. He was the OU quarterback 10 years ago.
It was the best time of my life.
Oh, man. Mine too, bud. Mine too. Football-wise, at least. Quick option play, left with McLaren. He had McGee with him, didn't pitch it, kept it, picks up about 3.
If we had the Baker Mayfield offense and the defense we have now, we would be
Oh, my
national
goodness,
champions.
that'd be champions, without a doubt. But that was the problem with those Lincoln Riley teams, and it still plagues him at USC.
Yeah.
The guy can't figure out how to coordinate a defense.
No.
They may very well lose to Iowa this weekend. They were talking on a podcast I like to listen
I
to
hope they do.
about how that's the equivalent to Utah, and Utah always used to bully them when they were in the Pac-12. Second and 7 from the 48. McLaren, quick throw to Mars, right side. I think he got it. Great catch. Had to go low, and he did it. Another new set of... they're waving it off.
It bounced off the ground.
Ah, man. I thought he had it. So it'll be a 3rd and 7. That's a bit of a long down and distance on a 3rd. We don't like that. So we'll think about it. We'll talk about it. Probably a good idea. We'll take a little break ourselves. Bethany Broncos football, Oklahoma Sports Network. Back here live in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the first round of the 4A playoffs between the Bethany Broncos and the Elgin Owls here on Oklahoma Sports Network. Phil Rodriguez, Brandon Rodriguez with you, and it's been rough for the Bethany Broncos, and it's going to get even more rough now as a flag is going to push them back. Personal foul, I'm guessing.
For what?
I missed it.
Oh, my goodness.
Jordan, did you see what that was about? You didn't?
I didn't even see the penalty flag.
So based on the distance of the penalty, it was a personal foul. Maybe somebody said something. I am not sure. It's a 3rd and 22. You thought 3rd and 7 was long. You ain't seen nothing yet. We're now all the way back at our own 33. Meyer showing blitz on the right edge. Here he comes. They're just going to give it to McGee.
Oh, man.
Dancing around for a 2-yard loss. I don't like that. It's the playoffs. Let's score some points. I don't like that. I don't know why we would do that. Take a shot down the field. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to get picked off? You're going to lose? It's 35-0. We're already getting our tookuses kicked. We are into running clock territory. It's 3:05 and counting. High punt from McLaren. Takes a nice little Bethany bounce at about the 49. Cruz Burleson will down it at the 44.
Yeah, and it looks like Elgin will keep their starters in. Really not make any substitutions, which, I know it's
playoffs. Yeah. Maybe at least let them finish out the quarter, because we're still in the 3rd. .256 to go. Quick pass left to number 3.
Jeez, he got
Corday
through
Ritchie.
3 missed
Yep.
tackles.
Yep.
First it was a defensive lineman, then it was Griner, then it was McGee.
Like a man coated in Vaseline.
Hey, NFL players did do that when it was
Did
cold.
they really? Wow.
They would,
I've
keep
heard
them
about
warm.
that. Yeah.
Yep. And Tom Brady used to wear a surfing suit.
I've seen him talk about that. Yeah, I think he even showed it off a couple of times.
Which is smart because he never had to run. So
2:30 left to go in the 3rd. 1st and 10 from the Bethany 39. Handoff Antuna right side. Making people miss. Gets to the sideline. Pushed out after a gain of about 7. Oh, no, actually picked up about 8. So it'll be 2nd and 2 from the Bethany 31. Clock stopped at 2:20. Little end around to the receiver again. It's not Morrison this time, though. This time it's Case and Meyer.
They have yet to start the clock. The clock has been at 2:15 that entire play.
What is happening?
I don't know. The people that are controlling it are next to us, so
Are they watching the game? There it goes.
I don't think so.
That's really weird. 1st and 10 at the Bethany 27. Clock is running now at minute 55 and counting. Flag on the play. Going to be a false start against Elgin. Move him from 1st and 10 at the 27 to 1st and 15 at the 32. It's the little victories at this point. First and 15. First team offense still in there for Elgin. Handoff to Antuna. Slips through the Marcos Lopez tackle. Picks up about 6. So it'll be 2nd and 8 now after the 7-yard gain from Antuna.
it seems like they've pulled the plug on Meyer and sat him out for the rest of the game.
Might not be a bad idea. He's easily your best player. Keep him rested up for the next round.
Yeah, we might be seeing them in Edmond this year.
Oh, is that where they're playing the final? At UCO?
That's where they play the state, is at UCO, yeah.
That might be worth going to, honestly. Nice run from Boleto, the quarterback. We haven't seen him in the action much tonight. Picks up enough, I think, for the first down. Yep.
I don't know.
Timeout by Bethany. Broncos, Oklahoma Sports Network. Back here in Elgin, Oklahoma, we've got the Bethany Broncos taking on Elgin in the 4A playoffs. Band is playing Rock You Like a Hurricane, and we have been rocked like a hurricane tonight. That is the truth here on Oklahoma Sports Network. Antuna getting the handoff right side on first down. Picking up enough, I think, for another set of sticks. Clock stops again, which is odd because we verified OSSAA rules say 35-point lead means running clock. We double-checked it. We did a fact check.
That is kind of odd, but the guy next to us is the person running the clock. So I have to knock on the window.
Bring him some pizza. Look, we'd love to get some points to get back in this one, but at this point, I think we're all just ready to go home. First and 10, handoff to Antuna. First and goal, actually, and Antuna will bust in. And now we have a touchdown scorer for Elgin that is not Ritson Meyer. As Braxton Antuna, who has also had a really strong night running the football, busts into the end zone to make it 41-0 Owls.
I don't know. Seeing this team and being able to watch Tuttle, I think Tuttle may have the upper hand this year.
They might. Yeah, I really think they do. I think Tuttle's excited about the fact that they'll most likely be rematching with this team because they're somebody could pull an upset, Clinton or Blanchard or somebody, but it seems really unlikely that we're going to see anybody besides Elgin and Tuttle playing each other in that 4A final.
Ardmore could get a good push
Ardmore
as well.
is surprising.
Yep.
Yeah, Ardmore could catch some people by surprise. You never really know. We should check the let me pull up the scores here. Be funny if we're sitting here talking about, well, Ardmore could surprise some people, and Ardmore's losing like 40-0 right now or something.
This is the fourth time they've played Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen.
Do you think they know that it's an anti-war song and not actually an anthem of patriotism?
I don't know.
Because a lot of people don't know that.
I don't know.
Considering that we were celebrating all these veterans at halftime, you have to wonder. Golly, did we take a double timeout? That one took a minute. I thought we were about to get back into the game here. 20 seconds left to go in the third. Elgin ahead 42-0. Let's see, we got Broken Bow up 56-21 on Wagner. Grove beating Salisaw 28-14. Weatherford looks like they're knocking Blanchard out. They're ahead 28-7 in that one. Tuttle crushing Clinton 51-6. That's actually a final.
Jeez.
Because they know how to run the clock there. Ardmore ahead by just 7 on Elk City. It's 28-21 in the fourth.
Wow.
So maybe Ardmore is not quite the guys that we thought they were. Honestly, it looks like Broken Bow could be the team just based simply on points scored.
Right.
If anybody was going to do it in terms of upsetting Elgin or Tuttle. Another long kickoff into the end zone for Kearns. He's got a leg just like our Mr. Martin. The difference being that Mr. Martin has kicked off once in this game.
And that kickoff that he did was
And
impressive.
the first kickoff went out of bounds. They decided, hey, you know what? Instead of good field position, we'll make you re-kick that from 5 yards back. And Martin said, okay, hold my Gatorade. And just drilled it out the back of the end zone. It's too bad they don't give you points for a kicker that can wallop it. Well, they do if he hits it through the uprights on certain plays. See, now we were at the rambling phase of the game. 1st and 10 from the 20. Going to try the little scoop pitch to Griner.
Ooh.
Cuts back over the middle, cross the right, flag down. That's great. We need another one of those. Thank you. We love flags.
I'm sure it's going to be holding.
Flags are our friends. I'm not even going to look. I'm sure it's holding. I'll put us back 10 yards, so it'll be 1st and 20 from the Bethany 10. Oh, it's actually a block on the back.
A little different. I'm dreaming. Sing you guys some Christmas carols.
Of some touchdowns, pretty please.
This has been a very long third quarter.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I might actually say something to these guys next door to us about the running clock. I don't know why that's why the Tuttle game is already over.
Yep.
You know? Like, come on, y'all. Goodness gracious. 1st and a mile from the 10. No.
Oh, they let that one just run out the third quarter.
Okay, I thought they took another timeout. I was going to be like, why are we doing that? End of the third quarter, Elgin well ahead. This one's pretty much over. 42-0, Oklahoma Sports Network. Back here live in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the Elgin Owls just absolutely obliterate our poor Bethany Broncos here in the first round of the 4A playoffs on Oklahoma Sports Network as McLaren goes
snag.
right. Seth Griner goes up and grabs that one out of the air, takes that 1st and 20 and makes it into a 2nd and short.
Let's keep doing that.
That would be nice. At least wipe this egg off the scoreboard. Give us something to go home with. Brennan, they stopped the clock again.
I have no idea.
11:53 left to go. That's not even a play where you stop the clock. 1st and 10.
even when you pick up the first down, I know the clock stops, but it should start right when the ball is spotted.
Yeah, I think that is typically how they do it. Well, and then when we're in clock runoff time, it's just you don't stop it for anything except the timeout. So 2nd and 3 from the Bethany 38. Trying to get a score for pride here. Handoff Teehee. Breaks through, picks up maybe 2. He's just going to be a little short. Oh, and they actually are going to give us the first down, so we'll take that.
All righty.
Ball on the Bethany 41. Lot of pressure coming from the right side, and they're going to trip up McLaren for a sack. That's going to lose them 5. So it'll be 2nd and 13 now from their own 38. McLaren had a little more time than usual, but still under pressure. Gets rid of it, and the ball skims the ground before Grinder can come back to it. Be 3rd and 13.
And we have had these long third downs all night.
Third and 13. 9:58 to go on the clock, which for some reason again is stopped. They're going to try a little screen play. Not going to happen.
Yeah, just going to really, there's nothing else you can do is just go for this 4th down.
Try to get something out of it.
Yeah.
Fourth and forever. One more shot to try it here. McLaren deep, has a man one-on-one. That's going to sail over his head. Jagger Weaver incomplete, and that will give the ball back to Elgin.
Yeah, that ball had no chance for him to catch that one. It started high and just went out of bounds, and it's unfortunate.
So Elgin will take over at the Bethany 38. A 1st and 10. Got the backups in there now.
I've never heard a PA announcer give live
Yeah, that was
commentary
interesting. Yeah,
over the stadium.
do a little live play-by-play.
Hey, at least Bethany's band is having fun in the student section.
Love to see it. 2nd and 8. Handoff left side. Enough for the first. Little handoff up the middle.
Good stop from Bethany.
Yeah, they beat him up. Goodness. He's coming up gimpy.
Did they have a bracket where it would say, like, who Elgin would play next after this?
Oh, yeah, they do. I should pull that up. That's a good idea. Second and 9. They're going to hand it off to number 30 once again. My goodness, do they have a bad running back on this team?
Yeah, he's a good running back, too.
Golly. Let's see. So it looks like Elgin will play the winner of Ada and Fort Gibson, which last I checked it looked like it was going to be Ada. And then if Ardmore can get past Elk City, they'll play the winner of Cushing and Hilldale. Tuttle looks like next they're going to take on Salisaw because they're beating Grove, and they're going to play the winner of that game. Hand off, and he's going to be eaten up in the backfield. 1st and goal, and oh, nope. He manages to slide out of it and pick up a couple yards. That looked like it was going to be a loss.
Huh.
Ended up making something out of it. So 2nd and goal now for Elgin. .6:55 and counting here in the 4th quarter and on the game.
Well, he has a wide open
Hand it
lane.
off to him again, and this time he will have no trouble getting into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, they even have good backups. Goodness gracious.
I was going to say there's really nobody on this team that can be stopped at this point. Extra point is good. 49-0. 6:43 left to go in the game. Oklahoma Sports Network. Back here in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the Elgin Owls kind of steamroll our Bethany Broncos. It's 49-0. 6:43 left to go in the 4th quarter here in on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Phil Rodriguez, Brendan Rodriguez, Jordan Rodriguez, and Chico on what will probably be our last ride here of the 2025 high school football season.
Unfortunately.
It's been a good time. even if it ended in kind of a poopy way. So Elgin will get set to kick off here. 6:43 left to go. Bethany will get one more chance to maybe try to get something done here on offense.
Yeah, unfortunately, just a lot of things did not go our way tonight.
Returned by Aguilar. First time we've been able to return a kick tonight. He gets it out to the 29-yard line. First and 10, Bethany at the 29, and we've got some backups in there. We got Eli Mars in at quarterback. Breck Brady is still the tight end. He's split out wide, and we're going to have a false start on that play.
Oh, yeah, I guess they are taking McLaren out.
Yeah, we got Mars in there.
They got everybody else starting now. I'm kind of curious about that. Maybe let him get – because McLaren's not a senior, is he?
No, he's not. He's still got another year. And then Mars is a freshman. And off to McGee, and he will go nowhere. So here's second and about 16. Mars back to pass, rolling out to his left. Throws it up to Jagger Weaver. Great throw. Weaver almost caught it, but it's going to be broken up.
Hey, Mars had a good game last week coming in, throwing a touchdown.
Oh, yeah,
that
he
was
did,
good.
yeah. In our game against Medill. So here's third and 16. Just going to give it off to McGee, right side. Gets a little chunk of yards, about 4. So 4th and 11. Probably going to still see the offense do something else here. Try one more shot. And it's McLaren back in. Over the middle to Griner. Got him. First down and more.
Alrighty, there he
Griner down the
goes.
field. There he goes. It's a foot race. He's gone. Touchdown, Broncos. It's probably the only one we're going to get, so I'm going to cheer like we just won the championship. Wipes the egg off the scoreboard, the biggest play of the night.
Good throw and catch, and like you said, good job to take the egg off the scoreboard. A little,
Might be the
little
last
for morale.
Might be the last Bethany touchdown we get to call today, or call this season, boys. Hold is down, kick is up, it's through the uprights and good. So we're not going to win this one, but we got a score, 49-7, 5:05 left in the game. Bethany Broncos, Oklahoma Sports Network. Back here in Elgin, Oklahoma, watching the Bethany Broncos take on the Elgin Owls on Oklahoma Sports Network. Broncos finally broke our scoring drought. Got a touchdown on the board. It's 49-7, so we're not going to win or anything. But, hey, it was nice seeing Griner get down the field on a great pass from Brody McLaren and get a touchdown. And now we get to see Martin kick it out the back of the end zone again.
That's what I was about to say. He's
there we go.
Standing there all game.
Waiting, getting that leg warmed up. So it'll be 1st and 10, Elgin at the 20. 20.
Used to play this song before every 6th grade football game.
So I remember seeing the Denver Broncos, and they had a guy that actually went to OSU. He was a linebacker, and on kickoff coverage, they would play this song, and he would, like, dance around before the kickoff, and the fans got amped.
Huh.
It was like 2005, 6. No, shoot, it was earlier than that. Phil's dating himself again. Just waiting for Elgin to get this drive underway. 1st and 10 at the 20. Something fell down. Handoff met quickly by Looper and company.
A little bit of chatter after the play.
Gained anything, it was a yard. Hopefully it's not the kind of chatter that makes the refs want to pull the yellow things out of their waistbands. So officially it'll be 2nd and 9, 4:25 left to go in the game. Clock running. Who's taking a timeout? Are you serious? Bethany, I love you, but what's happening? Why do we need a timeout?
Sure.
No, it's not a timeout? Is it a timeout? I thought it was a timeout, but the teams are staying on the field. Well, the Bethany team is staying on the field. I guess they were just wanting to get a substitution in late. Jagger Weaver coming out. Who is that? I think it's Mitchell Pace. So it won't actually be a timeout, just a quick substitution. Well, a lot of quick substitutions, actually. Marcos Lopez coming out. Griner coming out, getting a lot of hugs. This is going to be his last game as he's a senior.
Yep. Good season from Griner, though.
Great season. And, I mean, he shouldn't feel bad at all about his effort in this game. Jagger Weaver's a guy we're also going to see graduate and move on. Left side handoff goes nowhere. Marcos Lopez, that was why he was checking out with some fervor. This is going to be his last game. Baron Teehee.
What grade is Jagger in?
Jagger's a senior. Yeah, Jagger Weaver's going to be leaving us as well. Alex Riggs, offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Chase Clanton, who is, I accidentally called Garrett Looper a moment ago. Let's see, what other seniors? So that's it. Not a lot of seniors. Yeah. So definitely guys that are really going to be missed, but enough talent on this team as far as underclassmen and juniors. It's not crazy at all to think that we'll be back in the playoffs next season. So it's a long 3rd down for Elgin, something we haven't seen a lot tonight. Jake Croft and co. And we'll have another timeout. Surprising, with 3:39 left to go in the game. 49-7. Owls ahead. Oklahoma Sports Network.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, PayMe Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. PayMe Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
We're back here, Oklahoma Sports Network. Elgin Owls taking on the Bethany Broncos. Elgin got their backups in here on this 3rd and 11. Good passing play down the left side. Might have picked up enough for a first down, but we've got a flag down on the play. 3:31 left to go in this one. Pretty much a foregone conclusion that Elgin is going to move on to the next round, take on Ada. Bethany put up a valiant effort, especially a really strong first quarter, but just couldn't get the offense going at all in the first half, and it really came back to bite them. So it's going to be a false start against Elgin. Going to push him back another 5. It's now a 3rd and 16.
Do-do-do-bop-a-doo.
Ball on their own 14. You're just singing of your own accord now, aren't you? I don't even have to catch you at this point. Hand off to Ely. Right side, picks up 4 or 5. Basically just makes it 4th and 11.
You know, I just realized for some reason, I don't know why it took me this long to realize this, but they've got the same color scheme as Georgia.
They kind of do.
Yep.
And when the cheerleaders were cheering, they were doing red and white, but it really seems like red and black is kind of the way to go. That's what you see when you look in the crowd.
Yep.
I mean, they're wearing black jerseys, for Pete's sake. 4th and 10, offense. Nope, they got a punter in there. Number 9. I don't think I've ever seen him before. Samson Tillman, sophomore wide receiver and defensive back, checking into the game.
He played linebacker last game.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Not sure.
You
though.
might be right. I feel like I have never seen number 9 before. Maybe you are correct. Just don't cut his hair. Because he's Samson.
Nope, don't get it.
Have you read the Bible?
Just kidding.
Have you read the Bible, son? No, he's too busy selfieing.
I've read the
sending
Bible.
selfies to his lady.
That's right.
Lady. Is she still watching the broadcast, Brendan?
Probably not.
She's probably the only one if she is. There might be some Bethany loyalists that are
She's
still
probably
sticking
watching
with us.
King of Queens. I put her on.
Mm-hmm. Put her on game. Put her on that Kevin Smith game. Kevin James, not Kevin Smith.
Yeah,
Kevin
I was
Smith
gonna say,
is the
who
director.
are you talking about? Come
Kevin
on.
Smith is Clerks. I'm not even supposed to be here today. 2:35 left to go in the game. Broncos looking at a 1st and 10 from the 49 after the punt. Eli Mars and co. hoping to get the backups a little TD action. Hand off to McGee up the middle, and he once again goes nowhere. If you thought the first team offensive line was going to have a tough time against Elgin, well, wait till you see the second team offensive line. I think number 54 for Elgin might be equivalent to about 3 of our guys. He is a big sucker, and he is strong, too.
Green 18 tonight. Oh,
Here's
come on.
Eli
Complete a
Mars
pass, please.
rolling
Look
right.
at that pocket
Look
presence.
at that! Fitting it in a tight window to Cruz Burleson.
Look at that pocket
My
presence.
goodness, he's a freshman.
Let's go, Mars.
Pocket presence, accuracy, vision to know where to put that ball in quadruple coverage, Brendan. 4 defenders around that wide receiver. 136 and going. About half the Elgin crowd here, when they shake their jugs, it sounds more like rain sticks. It's kind of soothing. Quick pitch to Xavier McGee, right side. Once again, 1 yard loss. Most of McGee's carries in this first quarter have basically been ended up a yard or 2 behind the line of scrimmage. I'm about to pack it up. About to pack it up today. 2nd and 11. Ball on the Elgin 37. Clock at 1 minute and counting. This one's about to be done.
Oh, false start.
That should be a false start. I thought they might just let it go. Well, it's really hard when you're a backup offensive line. You don't have those reps where you guys have been getting together and making sure that you're all coming off the line at the same time, so it's hard to get that rhythm right. At least that's my observation as a spectator. I haven't played the position. Couldn't tell you.
Which position?
Any position on offense in football, to be honest. The brief time in football I did play, I was an 8th grade B-team defensive tackle for Deer Creek.
Heck yeah.
I made one tackle. It was a big one. Mars back to pass, throws it to, oh, goodness, what's his name? I know that guy, number 2, Deacon Howell.
Deacon
Puts it
Howell.
on target, but there was a lot of pushing and shoving, and he couldn't bring the catch in. So it's 3rd and 16.
I've always wanted to do like the 40s baseball announcement.
Right.
Well, here live in Elgin, Oklahoma.
Now, here they are right here in the shotgun set. That right end is a little bit past the line.
That is Mars.
They could maybe call that right there, Mars. Back to pass. He's in trouble. He's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Look at him. Squirming around. Oh, and he goes down. Strong effort by Mars. Reminds me of our GIs overseas fighting a good fight.
Let's say a quick prayer for those boys over there.
Over there. We're praying for the boys over there, yes.
Sorry for anybody listening to us. We have switched our frequency.
We are done for the day. This game is good and over. 4th and 12. Clock at 20 seconds. This is going to be it. Mars back to pass, steps up. Lob pass intercepted. Wow. I don't know what he thought, where he thought that one was going to go. Tried to lob it up to his receiver, put way too much on it, and the defender just kind of sat back and waited for it to come to him. So 12 seconds left. Got to think that they're just going to knee it and go home.
Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin.
I came to get down. Have you ever seen when they do jump around at the Wisconsin football games? Where the whole stadium shakes around? Yeah, that looks fun.
My favorite is when Oregon does, you make me want to shout.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
Oh,
That's
it's
fun.
big,
Heck yeah. So it does look like it's going to be a victory formation in the shotgun. We'll knee it down, and that's going to do it, folks. It's been a really fun year calling the Bethany Broncos for you here on Oklahoma Sports Network. I'm hoping to come back next year.
It's a pleasure.
But life is weird. It might not be me. So if it is the last
I'll
time,
be here.
Brendan
Rodriguez
Brendan
will be here.
Rodriguez and Jordan Rodriguez will be here regardless as the fireworks go off on a big win for the Elgin Owls.